now. Okay.
Nice.
So here we are for the third edition of Chairman's Chats, and I'm here with Greece Lightning manager Alexi Lagos, who has more names than Apollo Creed in Rocky IV. Sexy Alexi, the Greek god.
Yeah.
Probably my favourite name ever. I'm sure you've heard this story, Lex. If you think back 13 years ago to when you met Megan went to a party and she came home all very excited and told us about this new man that she had met. So me and Joe asked her to describe you.
Yep.
First words out of her mouth, well, he's not classically good looking.
That's it. Do you know what, Jeff? I don't think I've ever really got over that.
But here you are 13 years later, still together. Right, so second in the Family Fantasy Football League. Going for a third title, joining the Free Champions Club. What are you thinking? Chances? Are you confident?
Well, I think first of all, this year, hell of a season all round. I think the best one for a few years in terms of it is so hard to predict.
Yeah, it has been.
One thing I would say, the return of Europe this week, Jeff. So I think there's probably a few managers that might start to fall off.
Yeah.
In all honesty,
who are you thinking?
I think. Well, I was actually looking at some numbers, and there's a few people up there, your mum included. Mops, I think she's got 7 players in Europe.
Right.
The Matter, I think he has 7.
Right.
So they're pretty good numbers. I think I've got 6. I think we're going to start to see the fall of Sash Hammers.
Really?
Wow.
No,
there's a couple of managers that I've got my eye on that I'll be sort of looking over my shoulder. So
Mad Hatter being one of them.
Yeah, Mad Hatter, as much as I don't want to give him the credit, he's looming over me, isn't he? And I'll come out and say, I think if he doesn't win it this year, he won't win it. I don't think he's going to have a better chance to win it this year.
Really? He won't win it ever?
Yeah. Well, I think on paper he's got the best team. But another little stat that I was reading up on, Jeff.
Yeah.
Minus 80 points for transfers. Minus 80. So, I'm not convinced that...
The Mad Hatter's lost 80 points in transfers.
Yeah, so I'm not convinced that when it comes to the crunch time that he won't get in his own way and change his team too much. So, we'll see.
Yeah, he has made a lot of changes. You are the only one, of course, from his chairman's chats. You're the only one he sees as at his level. That's quite the compliment.
Yeah, I know, bless him. I don't think I'd share that sentiment. I think there's a few people above him, to be honest.
Love it. In case anyone's wondering, there's nothing wrong with your screen. You can hear me, but you can't see me because I can't work the technology. I had to, for some reason, the laptop wouldn't let me dial Alexi, so I had to download another updated version of Microsoft Teams, or not Microsoft Teams, Facebook Messenger. And on this new version of Facebook Messenger, I can't work out how to show my camera. But no one needs to see me. We got sexy Alexi on. So I have Alexi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 questions. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a little clue because it's only fair. I've broken my own rule and allowed one manager to pose more than one question. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't understand the question, but I thought it might be good, so I've left it in the second question that they sent me. So I'm going to read out the questions. For every question you refuse to answer, you will lose a manager of the season point.
Bloody hell! Okay.
And that includes you giving me a fake answer.
Yeah.
And
Understood.
I won't tell you who's posed the question, and after each question, I'll ask you to tell me who you think asked the question. And for every one you get right, you get a manager of the season point. But before I tell you who's asked all the questions, I'll ask you for your favourite question, and that manager will earn 5 manager of the season points. Okay?
Yep.
Now remember that I'm just reading the questions out as they were sent to me. So it's going to sound like I'm asking them, but it's not me asking them.
Okay.
Unless one of the questions is mine, and then it is me asking. But, all right?
Understood.
So, are you ready, buddy?
I think so, mate. Let's see how this goes.
The first question is, why are you so perfect?
Look, to be honest, I think you've been to Poros, Jeff.
Yes.
I think obviously you're surrounded by sea, good olive oil, and I think that's obviously led to good genes. So yeah, I think half Greek, half English is clearly a winner. So
that's the secret, is it?
I think so. To be honest, it's a bit subjective, though, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. Right, I'll go with that. So, who do you think asked that question, Lex?
To be honest, that could have been. I know I've got a few admirers in the family, so it could have been one of many. So, do I tell you now who I think it was?
You can change your answer if after you see other questions you think, no, actually, that was that person. Not
I think that might be Mops, to be honest.
Right, Mops. Okay. Second question. Some of these questions are really boring, by the way.
Okay, I'll try and choose them up.
What would you say is the secret to your FFFL success?
Without wishing to give all my secrets away, I do think you've just got to be 100% committed. So I will religiously look up stats. I'll check lineups.
Love it.
Even for matches where I don't have any players, I just think you've got to be data obsessed, to be honest.
You have. I totally
agree. And just being, naturally really good at football probably helped as well, to be honest.
Probably. Go on, who do you think asked that question? Could be anyone.
That one. I think I don't know if it asks a question, but I feel like Homer has tried to be getting in my head and like trying to work out, this new exciting young manager. So I'm going to say Steve Holmes.
Okay. Next question. Where's your favourite place in the world that you've been to?
Oh, it's a toughie.
You are well travelled.
Yeah, you've obviously got Sydney's amazing, Greece is amazing, Thailand's amazing. And I thought, to be honest, it was going to be hard to beat them. But Bognor Regis, I had a hell of a time there last year with the fam. So
Bognor Regis was your favourite place?
For the memories, yeah.
Okay. Who do you think asked that question?
I think that might be the lovely Joanne Hoxby.
Okay. Next question. This is quite a long question, okay? You've got to pay attention.
Sure.
Are the rumours true you are only enduring a long-term relationship with Megan Hoxby, open bracket, Megasaurus, close bracket, to eventually seize control of Jeff's rightful position as FFFL chairman, taking the FFL into a new era of corruption and tyranny?
Wow. Well, I think first of all, I just hope that whoever asked that question gets the help that they clearly need, because that's some allegation. And I can safely say there's no truth in it. Obviously, me and Meg happily together for 13 years. The FFL, obviously, I'm not going to lie, is part of the reason we're together. Obviously, it comes as a package. But it wouldn't be the sole reason. I've got no intention of stealing it from you either, Jeff. You know I respect.
Absolutely.
But I've got a pretty good idea who that is.
Go on, anything.
And I think that would be the Mad Hatter.
Okay. Next question. What motivates you coming back year after year? I assume they mean to the FFFFL.
Yeah.
And how long have you been in it now? It's got to be 12?
I think it's 12. Yeah. I think there's an argument that I've actually underachieved in my time. I feel like there probably should be at least 1 or 2 cups and another league title.
Have you never won the cup?
Never won it. No.
Oh, you're not going to do it this year either after your woeful showing in the group stages.
But to be honest, the goal is to be the number 1.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Where are you at the moment? 2?
Maybe 3 or 4.
3? I can't remember your ranking.
Steve, Homer's got
been one for over 20 years.
I've got a bit of catching up to do to try and win as many as him. But yeah, the aim is to be number 1. Numero uno. So,
and that's what brings you back every year. Who's your? Who do you think asked that question?
I might throw that down to Niall, because I think he's probably looking at it, thinking 2nd year in, he's already a bit tired. How do I keep coming? So, yeah, I reckon he might be looking for some pointers there.
Next question. What is your all-time favourite football memory? And they've added, could be something from when you were a kid, could be something you saw on the news.
Okay, that's a nice question. I like that. I think I would have to go.
David Beckham's free kick against Greece springs to mind. That was a brilliant moment.
It was
knocking
good,
them
but
out
I mean,
of the World Cup.
Bittersweet memory that. I was going to actually say, either winning Euro 2004, although I was only about 10 when that would have happened, or England beating Colombia on penalties in the World Cup. I think it would have been 2018, and I was in the Star Casino in Sydney.
Oh, right. So
7 a.m.
I was going to say, that doesn't sound. I don't remember that to be a great game, but it's more about where you were when you watched it.
Yeah.
What are you going with then?
I mean, in fairness, Greece winning Euro 2004. We've got to
say, you should go for that because it's never going to happen again.
Once in a lifetime.
Exactly.
I think that might be there's a level of sophistication to that. So I think sophisticated man like Benny maybe would ask that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. I have no idea what this means. I hope it's not rude.
You and me both.
Can you tell us about the origin backstory of DJ Pexton?
To be honest, there's not.
You're going to have to explain what that means as well, because I doubt anyone else will know.
Yeah, I feel like, unfortunately, it's too long-winded and probably not that funny a story. So,
well, give us a cut-down version then. I need to know now. Who the fuck is DJ Pexton? So
basically, that's my DJ name, Jeff. When I was younger, I got fed up of just being called Sexy Alexi. I found it, too objectifying. I
didn't know it was a thing to have a DJ name. I feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah, Jeff, you're going to have to come up with one for next week's Banter in the Box.
So why was your DJ name DJ Pexton?
Well, I tried to get a nickname of Pex going, not to be mistaken with Pez.
Is this where? Is this something you do in your circle of friends? Is this where the Mad Hatter got his coming up with a Mad Hatter from? You'll just give some weird names.
Yeah, we're trying to push new sort of agendas.
Why did you choose Pex?
Well, because it was a little bit like Alex, I guess. Pex, and then it sort of morphed into Pexton.
Right.
And then
like
I tried to be a DJ for about 2 weeks over a summer once, and that's kind of it. Didn't take off, Jeff, unfortunately.
Obviously, I've known you 30 years, I've never heard of that. Who do you think asked that question?
I think that has to be Megan Hoxley Chamberlain.
Right.
She's the only one that knows about those days. So.
Okay. The final question. No, sorry, there's two more. The penultimate question. Other than Megan, who is your favourite Hoxby?
I mean, that really is a tricky question.
Well, the longer you think about it, the worse you're making it for yourself.
Because it really could be any one of them.
Really?
I think so. But I mean, obviously, Jeff, you have to get an honourable mention. I mean,
honourable?
Me and you go way back 13 years. But I do think that if I was in a crisis and there was only one Hoxby that I could call that would come at any time of the night, regardless of what situation I was in, it would be Chris Hoxby.
You're such a crawler. I almost might dock you a point just for being a crawly bastard.
It would be my biggest ally and best friend, Chris Hoxby.
Who do you think asked that question, Lex?
Oh, God. I reckon that's Jack, I think.
All right. And the final question. And I, again, don't know part of what this question means. And I really hope it's not offensive.
Okay.
And if it is, I apologise, Mr. Bloomfield. The question is this. Do you know if James Bloomfield is still poly and bi? Poly? I don't know what poly is. Naive.
So, yeah,
You don't have to explain what poly is, by the way, because probably most of the other managers will know.
I'm not going to lie, Jeff. I'm not 100% sure what poly means myself. I think it's...
I hope I pronounced it right. Poly.
Fluid, I guess. Gender fluid, maybe.
All right.
And obviously bi is
yeah,
is
I
bi.
know what that is. So do you know if James Bloomfield is still poly or bi?
Yeah, I think the simple answer is yes.
Yes, he is.
I don't. You tend to grow out of those things. That's a tough one because again, it screams Mad Hatter, so maybe he has asked too. He is really losing the plot, isn't he? But it could also be Luke Williams. But I think we might go for the Mad Hatter on that one as well.
Right, okay, mate. Now I can read them all out as a reminder if you need me to. But now I need you to tell me. Remember, this is 5 Manager of the Season points to someone. Which one of those was your favourite question?
It's a toughie. I think the one that really got me squirming, as I'm sure you'd agree, was my favourite Hoxby one.
That's your favourite question?
I think so, yeah, because it's maybe...
So, let's go over it then, buddy. First question, why are you so perfect? You said that was Chris Hoxby.
Yep.
And you are correct. It was indeed Mops Hoxby. That's 1 point.
Best friend.
Dull question. What would you say is the secret to your FFFL success? You said Homer Simpson. That was wrong. That was Jack Hoxby. The dullest question of all. Where's your favourite place in the world that you've been to? You correctly identified that as Joe. 2 points. Are the rumours true that you're during a long-term relationship with Megan Hoxby? Blah, 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 blah. You said that was the Mad Hatter. That was correct. 3 points.
Yep.
What motivates you coming back year after year? You said that was Niall Ponsford. That was wrong. The right answer was Mark Benwell.
Oh, that was Benny. Fair enough.
What is your all-time favourite football memory? You said that was Mark Benwell. Wrong, although you did earn yourself a brownie point by saying it was the most sophisticated question, but that was actually Megan.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Can you tell us about the origin backstory of DJ Pexton? You said that you thought that must be Megan because she's the only one that knows that history. You obviously got really drunk one night and forgot about regaling this person with your DJ Pexton story. Because the person that asked that was Ryan.
Oh, it's Pez. Pez and Peck show.
Pez wanted to know the origin. Who is your favourite Hoxby other than Meg? You said that was Jack. You got that one wrong as well. The answer to that was me.
Of course it
And you
was.
gave me another 5 points, which I think might have just put me back on top of the manager of the season table. So thanks for that, mate. Wouldn't it be embarrassing if I win the manager of the season? And the final question, do you know if James Bloomfield is still Polly and Bar? You said that was the Mad Hatter. That was indeed the Mad Hatter. So you earned yourself 4 manager of the season points, which probably puts you mid-table in the manager of the season table.
I'll take that.
So the last thing for you to do, Ryan, is to tell me who you want to appear in episode 4 of Chairman's Chats.
Yes. So I've been putting some thought into this because part of me, I'd love to get one of the Moodies on here, one of the Moody girls.
Right.
I think that'd be a laugh. But again, I just think it would be absolute blockbuster Hollywood, especially after a recent outburst on Facebook, if we get the one and only Mops, Chris Hoxby on.
Okay. Instantly, I'm thinking
it's going to be
getting my mum to work the technology is going to be an absolute nightmare. But I agree, it will be gold, especially given her recent meltdown. Okay, bud. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for appearing on Chairman's Chats, mate. Appreciate your time.
Anytime, Jeff. No, appreciated it. And thanks for the questions. Can't wait for the rest of the season. And I'll throw it out here one more time, Jeff.
Go on in.
If I do win,
yep.
I know I done a speech last time over video in my pants.
You did.
I'll be doing my acceptance speech in my pants if I win this year.
Live. Wow.
Heard it here first.
Now, I said last time, after the last edition of Chairman's Chats, I said I really hope Jordan won it because he said he'd turn up. But now I'm thinking, I want you to win it.
There you go. So, yeah, it's a win.
If you win it, you're going to do your acceptance speech live in your pants.
Yep.
Yep.
100%.
Brilliant. You're a man of your word, right?
Yeah, definitely. No,
brilliant.
Nothing to hide. So, yeah.
Thanks, buddy. See you later.
See you all. Bye.
Bye-bye.